Hey, what's going on, guys? Hope you're having a nice weekend. Thanks to any new subscribers checking us out if you're new, and welcome back if you're new, or if you're not new. um, so, yesterday there was some pretty exciting news. Well, yesterday at the time of making this video, some pretty interesting articles floating around about the possibility that Jeffrey Dean Morgan may indeed be reprising his role as Thomas Wayne in the Flash movie. So when they first announced a long time ago, before all this stuff got changed and all this stuff, crazy stuff happening, when they first announced that they were going to do Flashpoint for the Flash solo movie, everyone automatically assumed that that meant that we would see Thomas Wayne take on that role in, the Flashpoint movie as Thomas Wayne Batman, which is obviously very different from Bruce Wayne Batman that we're used to in, usually seeing in live action movies. But when it started, directors started coming and going, and it was kind of up in the air what was going to happen with that movie, then we weren't so sure if they were still going to follow that Flashpoint plan or what they were going to do. But not too long ago, we did find out that they are going to do a version of Flashpoint, and that Andy Muschietti, the director, that's what he wants to do. So I think that got everybody excited again. And when they started, they gave us like a release date, and who knows if that's going to stick with having to put everything on hold for the quarantine and everything. However, the article did say that, by the way, that article's from Cinema Spot. It did say that they are supposed to resume pre-production soon for the Flash movie. So hopefully they will be able to still keep their release date that they gave us before. But if not, at least we know, okay, it's moving forward. That's always a good thing. Plus, like, everything else is being pushed back anyway, so it's not going to be anything surprising because of all the putting everything on hold for the quarantine. So, that's understandable. But again, when they said that they are going to do some kind of Flashpoint story, you would say, okay, well, then we should probably see Thomas Wayne Batman. But then again, you don't really know what they're going to do with that. Just because they say Flashpoint, you don't know 100% that they're going to follow that specific storyline, or if they're going to do their own thing. However, now that this little, these whispers are coming out that he is circling to take on the role again as Thomas Wayne, but Thomas Wayne Batman, it has not been officially confirmed, but it is interesting because everyone who loved BVS wants to see that. Everyone wants to see Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Thomas Wayne Batman. And also, if you like him in Watchmen, even though he's a jerk, you know that he would be a good person. I'm not saying he's a jerk in real life. I'm saying that he would play the role well after seeing, everyone wants to see it. And so I think everyone was pretty excited. Even not having like an official confirmation or something like that, we still want to see it because that means, a long time ago they had also confirmed Wonder Woman and Aquaman for Flashpoint. So hopefully that still holds true. And if that holds true, then, if we get more information about that again, because that was a pretty long time ago when we got that. If they hold on to that and say, like, yeah, Aquaman and Wonder Woman are still going to be in it, then I'm going to, automatically think that, okay, we probably will get Thomas Wayne Batman then. Because why would they have Wonder Woman and Aquaman, and we can also say that Cyborg should be there as well. It's pretty much the whole Justice League in this movie, if they follow the animated story. But of course, just very different versions of all of them because they're in an alternate timeline. So that is really, I really hope that they give us Thomas Wayne Batman, Jeffrey Dean Morgan. And then it's another thing, if they do follow that pretty accurately, that means we would also see a Martha Wayne Joker. If they decide to do that. I don't know if that's what they're gonna do. But if they're gonna do all the other things, how is all the other characters from the animated Flashpoint movie, why not do Martha Wayne Joker? I mean, it's not like things are gonna stay that way. And it's like, oh, this is the DC Cinematic Universe now. No, obviously not. That's the whole point of the Flashpoint movie. But it would be so cool to see these different versions of the characters that we now know and love in the live action movies. And I think Thomas Wayne Batman would be, I think that's like one of the highest, like one of the top things that people are hoping for the most for the Flashpoint movie. They really want to see Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Thomas Wayne Batman. Myself included, I really want to see that. And I want to see how they adapt these live action characters now in different versions of them. It's really cool to see. And I really want to know who's going to play Reverse Flash. That's the next thing I want to know. Who is going to play Reverse Flash? Who? I want to know. So, who would you choose? Oh, my husband showed me something earlier that Michael Fassbender might possibly be something involved. It's a possibility because he started he hopped onto Vero around the same time as Jeffrey Dean Morgan, which of course that could be a coincidence, or that doesn't really mean anything. But of course, when those kind of things happen on social media, people like to think like, oh, this is significant, I think that'd be a pretty good choice. I think he'd be a good choice for that role. I don't know. There's not a whole, I can't like name a whole bunch of people off the top of my head that I would like to see play. Sorry, the air came on, scared me. Close the door. There's not a whole, I don't have like a laundry list of people that I would like to see, that I would know. It's hard to think of people to play. I don't know, it's hard. You want someone who can play the role well, of course. So, very interesting. I hope we keep getting more information. Not spoiler information, but just, of course, as movies enter production and things like that, there's always more things that come out. So, exciting. Very exciting. I think, like, ever since the announcement of Zack Snyder's Justice League, there's been a lot of positivity surrounding the DC Cinematic Universe. Well, for the fans, at least. I mean, if you're not interested, then don't waste your time complaining. It's not for you. So, ever since that, it seems like, whoever is at the top of these decisions is hopefully taking more into consideration the fan base's, what the fan base wants, and not just pandering to critics and things like that, because that's you're never gonna please, you can't please everyone. So at least focus on the people who do love the movies and do love what they're producing and are not afraid of them, and not, the fans who want the directors and stuff to take risks and not afraid of that. So I am very optimistic at this point about some of the stuff that has been coming out, because ever since then it seems like we've been getting like one thing after another that's coming out, and we still haven't even got to Comic-Con yet, and we still haven't even got the, we still have the San Diego Comic-Con to look forward to and the DC fandom. So that's going to bring a whole more new things to look forward to. So I'm excited. Plus, an interesting social media post that Jeffrey Dean Morgan had shared recently. He had the mask on from his role in Watchmen as a comedian, saying, so-and-so found it, still fits like a glove. I'm sorry, I can't remember who he said, Russ or someone? Russ? I don't remember. Sorry. That they found the mask and that it still fits like a glove, and here's to a, masked 2020 return or something along those lines. I'm just kind of thinking of off the top of my head. I'm not looking at it. So that's interesting. And like I said, with all of the Zack Snyder Justice League stuff coming out, the announcement, I found it interesting that he would share something like that. I just think the timing is not a coincidence. And like I said, ever since that announcement, we've been getting a lot of other whispers and stuff coming out as well. So yeah, we'll have to see what happens with that. It's pretty interesting that he would say something like that, though. I'm pretty sure if I asked everyone to say whether they like to see Jeffrey D. Morgan as Thomas Wayne Batman, leave your answer in the comments. Everyone's going to say yes. So who would you like to see play Reverse Flash? I think I've asked this before in past videos, but it's been a long time since we've really been able to talk about the Flash movie significantly. So I still don't know, but if Michael Fassbender is in talks, I think that might not be a bad choice. But it's hard to think of people to play these roles. You want it to be the right person, and sometimes you don't know it's the right person until you're like, oh yeah, they renounce it, and you're like, wow, good decision. So anyway, sorry for the rambling, but hope you're having a nice weekend. Thanks for checking us out. Like, share, comment, subscribe. See you next time.